What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike, and today we're covering the fake shot, but not just the basic fake shot. We're going to take one variation, because the fake shot, you can do it first time, you can take it from a standing position, you've got the stop and the pop, which is what I want to talk about today. And I've got 6 different examples, all FUT Champions content, so you know it's good material, you know it's up against good opponents. It's going to be a serious breakdown. You guys know how I give it up on my channel. All the information that I've got, I welcome it to you at home. You can add this into your gameplay. If you enjoy the content, please drop a thumbs up. Show it around the community. I don't think anyone's dropped a video this detailed covering one variation of the fake shot. That's why I'm going to call it an advanced tutorial. And in the comments, if you have any questions, you need any help, I'm always there. Before I get into the clip analysis, if you need cheap codes or cheap games, head on over to g2a.com. I'll leave links down below in the description. Use Dirty at checkout. Get that extra hookup. And I do want to address that I've been getting a lot of questions regarding coin advertisement and coin selling and coin buying. And I want to say here in this video, I do not co-sign that. I'm not recommending it at all during this year's installment, because you will get banned, you'll get coin swiped, you're gonna have negatives if you buy coins. Plain and simple. I haven't heard of anybody not running into issues over the long run, especially if you buy coins more than once. Just the way that it works this year, it's kind of a suspect procedure where you might have to give them your account information and hope that this happens, or they give you some coins and they're swiped instantly. I just wanted to talk about that very brief. Let's start with the basics. We're looking at the controls, and remember, I have made previous tutorials covering the fake shot. However, this is going to focus on one variation of the fake shot, and the most valuable variation in my opinion. If you've been watching a lot of pro events or tournaments or FUT champs, this is the go-to. And you're going to be using the typical fake shot controls, whether you're on the Xbox or you're on the PlayStation. The only difference is, in order to execute this with the highest level of consistency, that left analog stick, and it doesn't matter which platform, you're not going to choose an exit direction. So after you've done the fake shot, do not move the left analog stick any direction. In fact, if you want, take your whole hand off the left side of the controller. It's a good way to practice. And we are in the arena, just practicing this fake shot. And remember, something that is very convenient with the fake shot, because you're not using anything with the right analog stick, you're able to practice this move whether it's first person camera view or you're going side to side, because it doesn't matter your perspective. It has nothing to do with perspective. Whereas if you're doing anything with the right analog stick, and a lot of people that are new to skill moves have this problem, where it's difficult for them to grasp that it matters which way the player is facing. And it has to deal with that side-to-side view. It's never going to be that first-person player view that you see when you're in the arena. And I understand that difficulty. If you're new to skills, it'll take you a second. Now, the first freeze frames we're going to look at, it deals with play development. So if you don't have any options, you need some additional build-up play. You need to hold up the play. As you can see here, I have Gareth Bale. There's nobody ahead of me. And the player spacing between myself and the defender allows me, or gives me that information. He's not going to be able to tackle me, even if he's anticipating that I'm going to do the stop and the pop fake shot, which is how I'm going to categorize this variation of the fake shot. It is a stop and pop. I think the original tutorial that I made back in 2013 or 2014, it must have been 2014, that's what I called this type of fake shot. And you see the play develop. Get a little bit of everything in there. You've got the running lines, you've got a scoop turn, a ball roll, a little mix up, making it happen. And the second area that I want to focus on is opening up angles, because FIFA is all about angles, whether you're taking shots or you're making the key passes. The way that you're facing is crucial, and the quicker you can get to the correct angles, you're going to score more goals. You're going to create more opportunities. It's a positive for you in your gameplay. We get some lovely build up there, a little 1-2 once again to the main man, Gareth Bale. And look at the providing pass there. We receive it, and I just want to square my body quickly. And that's something that makes this fake shot so valuable, is that you're able to immediately go from any position, whichever way you're turning, or whichever way you're facing, excuse me, and then bam, it turns you right where you need to be. We're going to lay it off. Ruud Gullit is going to be ready for that reception. Yeah, he's not at the wedding. You know, after the wedding, you got the reception, but Ruud Gullit's going to receive, and he knows what to do with it. We get almost too much power in that finesse shot, but I'll take it. A goal is a goal. And remember, all the examples are always from FUT Champions. I want to hit an instant replay. I know that some people really appreciate the freeze frames, and then other people that are watching the content, it's good to see it in full speed as well. So I want to rerun some of the examples just to make sure that you're seeing everything in both slow-mo and then when it's up to the main speed, it's going quick. Everybody learns differently, and I understand that sometimes putting something on screen is very helpful. Having those freeze frames, very helpful. And then just seeing it at full speed can be a nice addition as well. Now the sharp edge up, and this is a situation that you're going to find yourself commonly in, especially if you play anything like me, where I like to run the lines. If it's open, I feel that the contain button can get beat, or people that don't know how to defend on their own, you can beat them down the line. So if you're someone like me, I can see that my opponent, he's not doing a good job. He thought I was going to cut inside, so we're attacking that line, and now that I have the spacing, he's anticipating that I'm going to make some sort of driven pass, probably across the face of the goal, and it's obvious. And instead of doing that, I'm looking now to pull it back. I do get a fortunate bounce, which you're going to see here with Paul Pogba, but it still turns out being a goal, and that's what's most important when you're playing matches. Are you scoring? Are you able to convert? Are you putting pressure on your opponent? There you go. We got a little bit of a bounce back, but it was because he had to be kind of erratic. He had to be a little crazy. He had to recover. He got beat. And because earlier in the match I had already shown that I was dedicated to running the lines at times, it made it where he had to go for it. He knows that I could finish that. And now we have under control. Something that's beautiful about this variation of the fake shot, you can do it off a first touch. I think I take a touch before going into the fake shot variation in this example. As you can see, the control and the touch. But FIFA is all about being able to dictate the tempo, being able to play very composed, and this allows you to do just that. And remember, you're squaring up your body. So you're going to see Georgie Best kind of on a breakaway, but if I don't get a good first touch here, I would have never had a chance to beat that defender for pace. So instead of taking the risk, my first touch is okay, and then I follow it up almost immediately with the stop, scoop turn, lay it off. There's our goal. Appreciate you, Gareth Bale. Thank you very much. Even though he didn't finish that well for me this past weekend, which makes me a little sad. Once again, the instant replay. You can see what I was thinking there. Because if I get a bad first touch, or if I'm not able to settle the ball as quick as I would have liked, even if it's your second or third touch, my entire attack is ruined, and I didn't want to have that happen. And this is where you need some of these additional variations just to add into your gameplay. Mix it up a little bit. Eliminating the defender. Now wait for it. Now I call this a form of shielding. If you're halfway ahead of your opponent, you can do the stop and pop fake shot, and he ends up being on your hip. Your opponent's defending player will be on your hip, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It means you're going to get rewarded. He's going to have to foul you, make a tackle from behind. Only good things are going to happen, and I score a lot of corner kicks, and I just think it's nice to have some mix-ups that you can kind of add into your gameplay between the pace control, which is also known as the face-up dribble, the shielding this year, and then different variations of the fake shot. That's all you need for skill moves. It's nice if you have the body feints and maybe the Berba spins at times, and even the advanced spin has some value if you know how to pull it off, or the heel to heel. But if you have a lot of trouble learning some of these skills, I don't want you to complicate your gameplay. That's not for everybody. And we get a bit of a break here. Rude, Hullet, the main man, long hair, don't care. This is a two-man game, and you find yourself in this situation or this scenario often in FIFA, and it's a matter of picking out the right time to make the pass, the right time to take the dribble, when to shoot, all of the above. And this type of fake shot gives you the ability to play an amazing two-man game, especially if you're already ahead in the match or if you have a lot of spacing to work with, because the more players that are coming for that counterattack, you're going to be able to find them, and you're going to be able to deliver the pass across, or you're going to be able to use them as the dummy, and then you can attack the goal. Either way, good things are going to happen. You need to convert these types of opportunities. I can't stress that enough. Has to be a conversion. And you're going to see me with Rude Hullet. I did a ball roll initially, which should be coming up here momentarily, where I was wanting to see what that defender did, because that's what the key is. How do I beat this last defender that's kind of cutting the passing lanes? Ball roll, then I stop and pop. Now we have layoffs for years, layoffs for days. The actual finish was kind of disappointing from Carrillo, but either way, we got the goal, and we put ourselves in a position to score. So if you guys enjoyed the content, please drop a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new. Welcome to the channel. I'm happy to have you. And if you have any questions, or if there's other tutorials or feedback for me, the comments, you know, that's where I like to get back and forth. Just create some dialogue. But until next time, peace.